Hello everybody and welcome to Drawing with Waffles. Today we are going to be drawing Maple for Valentine's Day. Yay! And I sincerely hope that everybody watching this video has an amazing Valentine's Day full of delicious chocolate! Oh, and some like fruity candies like sweet tarts or something because those are awesome too. This is actually my second attempt at drawing like a Valentine's Day themed picture with Maple in it. The first one was really cliche and it had like a big heart and she was like standing in front of it all cutesy and I was like, I don't know, it just looked like one of those cheap Valentine's Day card things you'd buy in like at the superstore for 99 cents or something. So I was like, I'm not sure I like this. So I didn't finish that one and instead I started up a whole new one where she's like leaning and she's like, kissy. I hope you all have an amazing Valentine's Day. Mwah, mwah, mwah thing. And it's cold outside, so she's got like a breath, and the breath like turning into a heart thing. Yeah. I drew this at 8.5 by 11 paper, and then I shrank it down to more of a Valentine's Day card size. I don't remember what size I picked. It's probably whatever is a card size. Yeah. Just makes it more legit. Then I lowered the opacity of everything and started my second sketch layer. Yeah, her chin didn't turn out as awesome as I thought it would be the first time. So I fixed it. And then I drew her hair and decided to give her some ear muffs because it's cold outside and she gotta protect them ears so they don't get all chapped and weird. And then I gave her her nice big poofy coat and her breath is turning into a heart. And then I realized when I started doing the more detailed sketch layer that she needed something around her neck to keep her neck warm because there was way too much neck, so I gave her a scarf. And basically what I'm doing here is just adding some color to the sketch so things stand out a bit more so that I know what's what when I'm doing the ink layer. And this helps a lot because instead of like just keeping all those random lines, sometimes when you're doing the ink you can't tell what's what. Like there's just some random lines everywhere and you're like, is that a wrinkle or is that like part of her shirt? Is that a button? I don't know. So that's why I blocked in the colors for her gloves and her scarf because that's something separate from her coat, so it should be standing out from the rest of it. So that just helps a lot, especially when things are like overlapping other things like scarves or like necklaces or something. I know, at least for me, I'll sometimes forget those things even though they're in the sketch when I go to ink it because I don't really notice it anymore, so that's why I'll like block out like accessories so that I don't miss them when I'm doing the inking. Because once I finish the inking, I really don't go back and add things afterwards. I don't know why, I just don't. So that's why I try to make sure I do everything all at once. Now I'm continuing to do the inking and I'm doing the hair. And for hair, I like to make sure it looks really flowy when it's short, because when it's short and it just looks really heavy and it's just like sitting there, I don't know, I don't like the way that looks, so I try to make it look like pretend she's like jumping up and down or something and her hair's like bouncing. I like to think of it as more bouncy because it's shorter, so there's less weighing it down, so it'll just be like, it's just like there and it's like floating, if that makes sense. I don't know, does it? Now I'm putting in the buttons and her little tie thing for her coat. And now I get to do the coloring, and the coloring is the best part ever. Yeah. And when you're picking skin is like, the skin color is so important. It has to be like a believable color. It can't be too pale, or have too like much of a bluish tint to it. If you pick the right skin color that looks like skin, your picture will be so much better. Like when it comes to coloring, that is a big deal. Like if you're doing different races or ethnicities, make sure that you looked into that and you know what kind of like tones that is, because if it's off, that it throws the whole picture off. Especially since their faces are probably going to be the focal point, and if their face don't look right, you're gonna be sorry. Now I'm just adding all the flat colors to everything, like the scarf and the coat and her gloves. And I'm just picking what colors I want where. Like I already know that her coat is going to be yellow and her sleeves are going to be a dark purple, but I didn't know what color to make her gloves or her earmuffs, so that's why I was blocking all the colors. And then I'm adding her hair color, and I'm making sure to remember her dark brown roots, because that's what makes her head look like a waffle with syrup on it. Crap, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. And for her earmuffs, I tried a little technique where First I blocked out the darker color of the earmuffs, like where I'd want the shading to be, and then I took the lighter color again and like spotted it all over the place to make the earmuffs look fluffy. And now I'm cell shading her coat, which I kind of wish I didn't do because it kind of looks a little, is probably the right word. And I'm just going through the rest of the picture and adding a little bit of shading everywhere. And then I was going to do a background, and then I kind of got lazy, and so I just added a gradient just so that you could see the breath coming out of her hair, or I mean her mouth. It's not coming out of her hair. And then for the background, I just added these things that kind of looked like evergreens. just sort of like silhouettes of evergreen trees. They're silhouettes of evergreen trees. And then I added some snowflakes kind of falling everywhere and wrote Happy Valentine's Day from Waffles, heart, and then some more flakes. And then I walked away, and when I came back, I saw that the breath kind of looked slightly inappropriate. So I fixed it a little bit. Now it looks a little bit more like a heart, and it looks good and awesome. Yee! Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And also, thank you so much for the support on that sketchbook video. I will definitely be filming the next sketchbook pretty soon. Because you liked it. Anyway, I hope you all have a delicious evening full of waffles. Bye! Num num num.